Guys, welcome back. Today I am doing a reading vlog. I have not done one of these in literally almost a year. My last reading vlog was done during Bookmas, which if you guys have been around just this year, if you guys have stuck with me through the vlogs, through whenever I started posting again, and kind of like even my last video I kind of talked about this, doing Bookmas burnt me out of YouTube so bad. I probably will never do anything like that where I'm uploading every single day, even if it's for 12 days in a row or even if it's 2 days in a row, pretty much until I'm out of college, because that was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I started filming before Thanksgiving in November of last year, and then I was uploading so much. Anyway, all that to say, I am back doing some reading vlogs, doing some other videos other than just vlogs. I have been uploading vlogs once every month, about once every like 2 months, kind of been doing once a month, which I've been loving as well. Like, I love vlogs. I love just showing you guys my life. I really wanted to do another reading vlog because you guys have been requesting it as well. You guys have been saying that you miss my book content, so I'm here doing that for you guys. I finally have been inspired to read a lot more and to be able to create content that is like reading. So yeah, I'm back with a book video. I am going to be trying to complete all the books that I've started this summer, and hopefully start and finish a new book this week. I want to read 100 pages every single day. That is a challenge. I will be reading 100 pages every single day, whether that's in the format of Kindle, of audio, or physical reading. And I have a little bit of a TBR to help complete with that. So let's go through it. So the first book that I really want to finish, hopefully this week, is going to be Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. I am already like in the middle of this book. I am on page 122 on chapter 13. This book I have been listening to today. I'm starting this video at the end of the day. It's Monday, which we will get to in a minute how many pages I've read so far. But I have had this book on my shelf for over a year, and I saw it was on Libby one day for an audiobook, and I was looking for an audiobook to listen to while I am at work. So I picked this one up, I started listening to it, and I'm almost halfway through it, and goodness, do I love this book. I think that this book is so good. I feel like I'm in the mind of my best friend. Like, this book and the main character of this book just reminds me so much of my best friend that I'm just like, wow, like this is like amazing to me. It follows this girl Adelaide. She moves to London. She got her graduate master's in London and she lives there now, and it's about her meeting this guy Rory and kind of their journey. It's not so much a romance novel, it's actually more of just like a women's fiction, because the first chapter is her admitting herself into the psych ward because of some tendencies. Definitely look at the trigger warnings before you go into this book. Right off the back, this book goes on into some heavy topics. Chapter 3, I think maybe it's chapter 2, is really heavy. Just a lot of like other kind of topics. I'll try to put like some of the trigger warnings on the screen that I've encountered so far. This book does deal with a lot of heavy topics, so I think it's more of a women's fiction because you don't really love the main guy character. You really don't even love Adelaide, but her life is so interesting. And honestly, like, I would never have just picked up a general fiction or women's fiction book if it wasn't for like audiobooks or anything. So yeah, I've been loving this book so far, and this is one that I definitely want to finish before the end of the week. The next one, which I've actually been in the middle of since like literally June, is The Great Undoing of Daisy Hates. I have been in the middle of this book since June. I'm on chapter 31. Can I tell you what has happened so far in this book? A little bit, but not much. I kind of have forgotten a lot of what's going on in this book, but I also know as soon as I pick it up and as soon as I try to go back into it, I'm going to remember everything, so I'm not that worried. But this is a book that I definitely want to finish before the end of the week so I can actually get onto Magnolia Parks 3. And also, I've just been in this book for so long that I'm ready to finish it before the start of the school year. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. If you guys don't know anything about the Magnolia Parks series, Daisy Hates, I really don't know what to tell you because I can't really say what's going on in this book because it's going to spoil a lot. But you guys definitely need to read the Magnolia Park series. It's one of my favorite series of all time. If you love the show Gossip Girl, if you love Pretty Little Liars, if you love anything like that, you're gonna love this book through and through. If you love the Addicted series, you're gonna love this book. If you don't love the Addicted series, you're gonna love this book, because I personally, hot take, did not love the Addicted series, but I love this series. So yeah, I'm reading this. I definitely want to finish it before the end of the summer. And then a hopeful that I have for this week that I really kind of want to start is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Everybody has been reading this book. I know Reckless just came out. I did get the novella Powerful, and I just am so ready to read this book. I have been honestly missing fantasy. I have been reading so many just like general fictions, other romance books, and I'm ready to get back into my fantasy era. I'm ready to reread Twilight for the fall. I'm just so excited to get all back into this, and fall is just the best time. I did just read the Cool Prince series also this summer, so that's also got me excited for Powerless to actually have a real romantasy. I definitely want to read this, or at least try to start it this week. But as I said, my main two that I really want to finish is Adelaide and The Great Undoing of Daisy Hates. I'm just excited for these two books, and I really want to read them. But that is what we'll be doing in this video, trying to read these 3 books and finish hopefully 2 of them. But yeah, let's talk about how many pages I've read today. So as I said, I want to at least hit the goal of 100 pages every single day. It is Monday. I went to work today. It's like 5 o'clock in the evening, almost 6 o'clock. But I have not really read too much today. I've read only 21 pages of this book so far. I've only listened to 21 pages of this book so far. I started on page 101. I'm on page 122 right now. I am going to try to read a little bit more. I'm going to try to listen to a little bit more before I actually like get into bed and everything. I am in the middle of a chapter, which has been going absolutely crazy. We're about to get to another section of this book, and I am so pumped for it. That is all I've read so far today, and let's try to read some more, put some laundry away, and just clean up my room and hopefully get some more of this book done. I just need to update you guys on what's going on in this book. So I just got to winter. I just got done with the summer part of this book. It's just wild to me because throughout the summer, her and this guy kind of had this situationship, relationship kind of thing. And as a reader, you're looking at this relationship and you're like, wow, like this guy really does not seem all that. But Adelaide, the main girl that you're following, she's like, wow, like he's like the best man ever. Like I just would do anything for him. And he basically like kind of treats her however he wants to treat her, not in like a bad way. Like he doesn't say anything that's really rude, but he like will go like a week or 2 on end without like talking to her whatsoever, and she just think that that's normal. She's like, okay, that's fine. And like she's talked to him like, hey, I really want to like keep up with you throughout the week, and he's just like, well, I'm at work. And like he kind of tries but then like slacks off, and then she'll say something again, and then he tries more, and it's like she's not getting that he's just not interested in her. And it's so weird being like in the head of someone who is like that, because like you as a reader, you're just like, what the heck, like you should just know this because you've been in a bad relationship before. But she thinks that like, oh, he's English, like he's just great and all of this kind of stuff, and you're just like, wow, like I don't know about that. Like he was in the hospital for some like internal kind of bleeding, and he was like, you know, I really just don't want visitors. So he went 13 days without talking to her before he told her that he was in the hospital. And then she goes to the hospital to like drop off like a little basket, basically sees like one of his best friends like come out of the hospital, and he's just like, you know, I just don't want to see people right now. But in reality he means like, you know, I just don't want to see you, but he just doesn't say that. And it's just so odd, I guess, because they've been together, I guess, like this entire summer. You get to see them like really get to know each other at the beginning of the summer, and now we're getting into winter and they still haven't really defined their relationship. Well, they kind of met in the spring, like at the beginning of the spring, and then they went just kind of being friends, and in the summer they had a thing, and then but now they're in the winter, and it's just like, okay, where else is this book gonna go? Like where is their relationship gonna go? And it's just like, it's so weird and it's so strange, and I'm just like waiting for the point that like we get to her being like, you know, like whatever. This book also kind of like makes you think about like how far are you willing to go for a person that you love, even if they're hurting you like emotionally, or like even if you don't see like the signs. and it just really makes you think about that. So it's really good so far. I'm really loving it, and yeah, I'm just gonna continue reading on. So it is now Tuesday. Let's catch up on so far what I read. So yesterday all I read was Adelaide. I listened to it during work, and then I came home and I read a chapter or two. So I started on page 101. I ended on page 129, which means I only read 28 pages yesterday, which means my new goal for today is 172 pages. I'm looking at this book and I'm quite literally halfway through it, so I only have 161 pages left of it because this book is only 290 pages long. So my goal is 172. This is 161 pages. If I could just finish this book today, I think I would be happy with that. I still have so much of this book left to read, but I am halfway through it. So hopefully I will be able to finish this book. And while I was looking to see how many pages it was, I kind of saw something and I was like, I wish I did not know that. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get there. I don't even know how it happens. I don't even know how it happens, but we'll get there. But also, like, I know I keep on saying it, but this book is just so well written. And it turns out this is this author's, like, debut novel. If the book continues with how it's going, and if it only just gets better, this might be, like, a 5-star for me. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's giving, like, 5-star book vibe. So I'm really excited to finish this book. Hopefully I'll be able to do that today, or at least get really close to it. That is the goal for today. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. I am headed out to work in about an hour, which means I have a little bit of time to read. I'm gonna go like pack my lunch, eat breakfast first, and then I'm gonna sit down and read for a little bit. But that is the goal, and I'm super excited, and I hope that you are too. Yeah, let's go ahead and just get started on with trying to finish Adelaide today. So a bit of an update. Just as I'm reading Adelaide, I realize that not only does like the main character Adelaide remind me so much of like people in my life, but she also reminds me of me in a way. Like some of the things that she's gone through, or some of the things that she's even dealing with now, it's like, okay, I've been in this place before, or I have felt these emotions before. I'm just still so like in awe with how amazing this book is written and like the emotions of it. So we're getting in the middle of the book, some things are picking up. I'm gonna try to be as like non-spoiler as I can by reading this quote. But it says, the hardest part about falling deeply, knowingly in love for the first time outside of hormonal teenage love, that is suddenly realizing you're alone in this place, that you're sitting in the most spectacular setting and no one is there to admire it with you. He had been there. He had experienced true love as an adult. He knew this land, this Eden that she entered, and he moved on, searched for greener pastures. She was getting everything she wanted. Why didn't she feel that way? And it's like she feels so in love with this man, and this man is just like kind of moving on. He's like not really, it's not phasing him. And she's like, this is the first time that I felt in love with a person since like I was in high school, and like you're just wanting to move on. But it's such a good book. I'm on page 144 now, halfway through it, and it's crazy how long this book has felt, and it's only been 144 pages. Like I feel like in any other book, like a fantasy book, like 144 pages in, you're still almost world building. And in like this book that's not even 300 pages, it's like so much has happened, so many feelings and emotions have happened, and there's still so much more to read. Like we're not done. It's just crazy. Like this book is so insanely good. And if you like to read general fiction, or if you don't like to read general fiction, pick up this book, because I've never read general fiction until this book pretty much. Like I've read a few obviously, but not ones that like I've enjoyed as much as I do this book. I really love it, and I just wanted to give you guys an update. I'm about to head out to work, and hopefully I'll be able to finish listening to it at work. I have a lot to do today, and I'll just have my headphones in pretty much all day. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in a little bit, and hopefully I'll come back and I'll be like, hey guys, look what I finished. But yeah, I'll see you guys later on. Hey guys, so it is Wednesday and let me catch you up on yesterday. So yesterday I got to read a little bit more of Adelaide, then I went to a photo shoot after I read a little bit, came home, unwinded, and then I actually ended up finishing Adelaide last night. Guys, y'all, you don't even understand how much this book, it is absolutely insane. But let's talk about page count for a second. So yesterday the goal was 172 pages to try to make up for Monday, and then I started on page 129 of this book and then I finished it, and this is 290 pages. So I read a total of 161 pages. So that means that today's goal is 111 pages. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really don't know if I'll be able to reach that goal. I go to work from 12 to 7 today, and then afterward I have my night Bible study. So I'm not gonna get home till really late, and then what am I gonna do? I'm going to go to sleep whenever I get back home. I'm not gonna be worried about actually reading or anything. I don't know if I'll be able to reach my goal today, but I am hoping that I can at least try to read a lot today, or try to read just a little bit. And the two books I'm gonna hopefully be reading or choosing between is either Powerless or Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. I should probably try to finish this book first because I've started it and I have not actually started this one. But this one I'm annotating, so it takes a little bit more time to read, and I want to see if I can find the audiobook for Powerless. So I may go the audiobook route while I'm at work and try to read this. So that is kind of the plan for today. Again, I don't really know exactly which one I'm gonna read. Let me see if I can find Powerless audiobook on Libby. I said for Libby, on Libby, because if I can, I may read that. They have Reckless for audiobook, but not Powerless. Powerless does not have an audiobook format. It's only on Spotify, and I have a family plan and I'm not the person. That's so sad. So I'm probably then gonna finish The Great Undoing of Daisy Hates. But yeah, I will chat with you guys in a little bit. I think I really forget how much I love the Magnolia Parks and the Daisy Hates world, and just how incredibly written it is. This book series, it just, for whatever reason, I'm so attached to it in the sense of the characters are so raw and real, and there's so much drama happening, but at the same time you get exactly how each character is feeling. You can really just understand and dive deep into the story and just be okay, I understand what's going on. It's crazy, but that's how these people are, and that it's so entertaining, but it also you can see bits of people inside this book, and it connects so well. And just the way that it's written, I love the footnotes of Daisy Hates. I love how you can read Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates and just they're interconnected. It's so cool. You can't read one without reading the other, but it's still like, it's so cool. But last night I did read some more of Daisy Hates. I really did not read too much yesterday. I said I wasn't really going to read much on Wednesday, and as I said, this is a challenge. We are trying, but we are also human, so not everything is going to be done perfectly, not everything is going to be done accordingly, but that's okay. But I do have some updates of how many pages I did read. So on Daisy Hates, I started on page 196 and I ended on 191, which gave me a total of 22 pages. That was 78 pages that I did not read yesterday that have been added on to Thursday. So today I'm going to try to read 178 pages. I am on page 191, as I said. There are, how many pages of this book are there? There are 366 pages in this book. That's 188 pages left of this book. My goal for the next 2 days is to just try to finish Daisy Hates. I probably will not be getting into Powerless in this video, and that's okay. My main goal now is just to finish Daisy Hates, and I think I really have a good shot at finishing it this weekend. As I said, it's taking me a little bit slower to read this book just because I am annotating it. I have annotated the rest of the series, so I'm like, I have to annotate this book and any other books that come out of it, as long as like I'm into the series, of course. So that is kind of where we're at. I really do love it. What's been going on, I really don't know. I really don't know what's spoilery and what's not, because I feel like so many people already know like what kind of conspired in this book and in like the last Magnolia Parks book, because Magnolia and a certain somebody from this book are together, but not together, but are together. And you're following that, and then you're following Daisy and her whole entire thing with the cop and Christian. It's like we're finally getting to see Christian again in this book because he's been a little MIA for a bit, and I'm like, I'm ready to read his POV again. I missed out, I miss him, so I'm really excited to continue on with that. I am excited to get into this. I've been highlighting a lot of character kind of development stuff, like the way that the certain person in this book is like, why am I telling blah that we're not doing this anymore, and it's because you walked in and you made that face at me and I never want to see you make that face again. Like, I don't want to be the reason that you make that face. And it's like the character development of this person, it's so right in front of your face. Why can't you just stop and just realize it and like move on and be happy? And then you have another character who is with this character and you're like, just stop being so annoying and stop being so drama. But again, it's entertainment, as I said. But I'm probably going to read a little bit and hopefully finish this book in the next 2 days. I really, really want to. So we shall see if that happens. John and I will definitely be reading at some point tomorrow or Saturday because he needs to finish a book and I need to finish this book. So we're going to try to read it. Maybe read 150 a day. We shall see. But yeah, I will talk to you guys in a little bit. I'm going to go eat my food because I'm so hungry. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I love this quote right here on page 198. It says, "He kisses me for what feels like ages, a new age or an old one. If me and Tiller were the Titanic, Christian is New York City on the horizon. He's the tea and blankets that wrap me up on Carpathia. He's the Statue of Liberty. I'll give him my tired, my poor, my yearning to breathe free." It's literally just so good. Like, the entire, like, oh my gosh, this book is just so good. Good morning. So it's actually 2 days later. Last time I filmed, I believe it was Thursday because I did not film at all yesterday. Yesterday was Friday. I had plans, and then I also went to John's house and I just completely forgot about doing this video. But we are going to redeem ourselves today. So first off, let's recap on what we read Thursday and everything that happened that day. So Thursday, I started on The Grit and Doing of Daisy Hates. I started on page 191 and I finished on page 234. I'm also annotating it, as I have been saying. So it's been super fun. It's been taking me a little bit longer just to like read through it, but I did read a total of 43 pages. So that is where I'm at right now. I'm now on chapter 41. I have 132 pages left of this book. My goal is to finish this entire book today. I do have plans today. John is coming over, but he has his own book that he needs to read, so I'm really hoping that I can at least get super close to finishing this book and then possibly just finishing it tomorrow. This video has slowly become me just trying to finish the books that I'm in the middle of and just like a reading vlog, but that's okay. I kind of try to give myself a challenge, kind of failing it, but that's okay. We're just here for the fun. We're just here for fun. We're just here for a reading vlog. I'm gonna try to finish this book hopefully between today and tomorrow, and I do have a photo shoot later tonight, so I will be doing that, and hopefully I can just read a good chunk of this book and try to finish it. I fear I have absolutely completely bombed this entire challenge. Am I actually like really upset about me bombing this challenge? No, because it's fine. It's really not that big of a deal. I read one book, so I'm actually proud of myself, but I did not get to finish both of my books. So let me give you a little rundown. As you guys know, I did not read anything Friday. On Saturday, I did read a little. I started on page 234 and I gave myself 132 pages is like what I wanted to read so I could finish the entire book, and then I ended on 251, so I read a total of 17 pages yesterday, and I still have not finished this book. I still have a good bit. I have about 100 or so pages, but I am ending this video because it is time that we move on. But I definitely will be finishing this book in this next coming week, but I am very proud of myself and very happy that I at least finished Adelaide, because just this book, oh my gosh, it was just so freaking good. Like, this book literally had me wanting to like cry. Like, I'm at work, I'm listening to it, I'm reading it like through audio, and it had me wanting to cry so much because I'm just like, wow, like this book is just so good, and like it just brings out such an emotion. These people feel so real, and you're just following this girl going through all of the trauma that she does, and you really get to see like this isn't just like a book. Like, I think why it felt so real is because that there are real people who go through these same exact struggles that Adelaide does, and it's like, wow, like this, it kind of like hits home, especially because you know that these people are real, like they feel just so real. But yeah, I'm definitely happy and proud of myself for reading this book and just getting through it and, you know, finishing this entire thing almost from like front to end. And then I did not read too much of The Great Undoing of Daisy Hates, but I did get through more than half of it. Like, I'm finally past the halfway mark, and I do have the mindset of like, wow, I can actually get this done pretty easily over this next week. Obviously, as I start school, may not have time, may have time, but I am very excited to finish this book and get through it. But yeah, these are the two books I read this week. Finished one, still have yet to finish the other, but that's okay. I did not read 100 pages every single day. I think I really only read 100 pages once, but that really wasn't the goal. The goal was more to finish these books or get closer to finishing them, so I'm proud of myself for that. I did not touch Powerless at all this week, but look out for that in the fall. Hopefully I'll be doing a reading vlog for that book. I do want to read that this fall along with so many other books. I want to do a whole entire TBR video, so you guys let me know if you guys would want that as a short or like an actual long video. Maybe I'll do just like a weekly or like a monthly reset or like a season reset, and I'll add that in there. You guys let me know what you want. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me through this journey about these two books and just reading them and all the things. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you in the next video. Goodbye.